Well, looks like Gaijin has released yet another under-tiered Russian premium. Well, maybe that's a bit too much, maybe they've accidentally put it a bit too low. Regardless, the T-80UD, on the dev server at least, is at battle rating 10.0, which puts it in line with other tanks like the Object 292, T-72 Terms, the T-72B 1989, or just the T-72Bs in general, as well as the 2S38, which makes it have a really strong lineup. Now, one interesting thing about T-80UD is that it gets the turret, it gets the hull. However, of course, it has the diesel engine instead of the gas turbine right here in the back. It has the same transmission as the T-72, so you go max 60 forward, 4 in reverse. So yeah, that's definitely a big hindrance. Sadly, it doesn't get that good reverse gear, which I guess gives it another reason not to be at a higher BR. However, it still has 3BM42. It has pretty damn good armor for its tier, and also pretty good forward mobility because it has 1000 horsepower instead of the usual 840 horsepower on the T-72B. Now the BR of this thing is probably the most interesting part, just because at 11.0 in the Swedish tree you have the regular T-80U. This thing here also doesn't have any thermals, it gets the same ammunition. Only difference is, of course, is that it has the good reverse gear as well as the gas turbine engine. Now, does this warrant a BR increase of 1? I don't know. I think the T-80UD can probably go in at 10.3 instead of 10.0, just because, yeah, for 10.0, all the other tanks around it are a bit worse than it, so I think it would be more balanced to put it in line with something like the T-80B, which has worse armor, but it has, the better reverse gear. It has, well, the same ammunition, and also a better transmission. Today in this video, we'll be both taking a look at this tank as well as the new North Holland map, which has been added. Alright, so I guess we're here on the New Holland map, so maybe I won't actually cut the start of the battle here just to admire the map. Why is there a fountain in someone's house? Also, I recognize that fountain, and I don't know from which map. Maybe I'll write it down in the video, but regardless, I guess we can try and look at what's all new here. Now, if you actually look at the river layout of this map, you can notice that it's actually identical to the Eastern Europe river layout. If you kind of layer them over, you'll see that they are very, very similar. Maybe the scale is different, but the structure is identical. Even where the bridges are yeah, very similar. That's interesting. But why do I hear a tank to my right? Should probably point my turret towards there. This thing here, of course, because it doesn't have the gas turbine engine, also loses out on having the good reverse gear, so it only has minus 4 kilometers, which is, yeah, not exactly optimal, so it'll still have the problems of T-72s, even while being a T-80. And oh wait, now dead tanks make sounds. That's new. Alright, well, good to know, I guess. So now you can't even rely on your sounds to know if a tank is dead or not. So yeah, it's a very unfortunate change, actually. I hope they, I don't know, revert that or something. That's a tank. I don't know what that is. I think it's a VDAR. I'm not sure if I can 50 cal him, but I'll just load HE here, just to be safe. And I'll just get rid of him just like that. I mean, we all know how T-80s work. They all explode if you shoot at him. Where did this guy shoot me? Probably just absolutely normally through the lower plate. Yeah, there we go. As far as I know, this tank here, it looks like it's a bit raised above the ground. So what that might do is it might, yeah, make it easier to shoot the lower plate. Should probably look at that in the hangar once we're back. But, yeah, it's definitely a very interesting tank. A 10.0, I don't know. It's maybe a bit too low. Like, I would say 10.3 would be more appropriate, just because, it is better than the T-72 Terms, albeit it doesn't have any thermals, which is why they've probably put it at this battle rating. Armor on the front plate as well. I mean, you have the Contact 5 here. Not sure if that really matters though, since you can't really go through that front plate anyway, and you have that same front plate on the Object 292 for reference, or at least something very similar there. So yeah, that's that. Now, yeah, no, these dead bodies making sounds is a major issue though. That'll make my life a bit more difficult. Maybe that's an I can't speak, an anomaly. Yeah, I'll just go check out this dead eyes too here. And oh, never mind, I'm not checking out anything. But yeah, there we go, we'll just get rid of that. T-80U right there. It says activate ESS to hide yourself from the enemy. My engine is dead, so ESS doesn't work. That's, yeah, maybe something that they should also fix as well. I haven't actually read the changelogs yet, so maybe there is something more interesting right there about the new changes to this game, but, yeah. Alright, now I may hear either a dead tank or a tank that's alive. I can't actually tell. And, I think it's a dead tank, actually, what I hear. So yeah, no, these new sound changes, I really hope they don't get implemented. Just because they're only dead tanks here and they're all making sounds. And, well, dead tanks shouldn't make sounds. That's also a fencer behind me. So let's just turn around here. It's got my track. That's not so good. And, wow, we actually one-tapped him there with the 50 cal. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, no, all of these dead bodies here are making sounds. Hopefully that's just a bug. But, yeah, maybe I'll have to go check out in the changelog what it actually says about this change. Alright, so I'm looking at the changelog right now. Looks like there aren't any changes for sounds. So, yeah, maybe that's just a bug. I really hope it is. Because if that gets implemented into the game, I would be very, very sad. Because you don't want to know if the person behind you or in front of you is a dead tank or a tank that's alive. I think that could be quite problematic. So hopefully that doesn't get implemented. Alright, for our next battle here, we're spawned on the same map. This time I've gone here to the right though. Because of, yeah. I want to have a bit of different views. Now I do hear a ZBD here, so of course I'll get rid of him. There's a Type 90 in front of me. Or at least I think it's a Type 90. So we're going to have to definitely pay attention to that as well. Although I don't exactly know where he is. So we'll just have to, yeah, look around here. Probably to my right. Actually, I don't know how my allies haven't found him yet. Okay, well, they have found him now. Sounds like it's a Roycat, or it is a Roycat. We see that in chat. So maybe I can just rush around the corner here and hope for the best. Ooh, he just got away there. Probably should have shot his engine or something. But, oh, he's actually killed our friendly Sheridan here. I don't know how he didn't see him. But, regardless, we'll just have to rush around here. And I'm not actually sure if I can shoot through these houses. Maybe with enough time I could. But, yeah, definitely not right now. And you know what? No, I'm not pushing that. And sadly, the reverse gear there really didn't do me any favors. And now I kind of have to sit here and repair. And hope that he doesn't push me. Looks like our Sheridan down there, or not M Sheridan, but our M163 just got spawn camped there. So, yeah, that's wonderful to see. Hopefully, yeah, that... I mean, I guess it will make it to live. I don't think the maps are going to be changed at this point now. So, why do I hear... Oh, yeah, that's dead tanks I hear. Yeah, no, this change here is really going to be very annoying to face. Because I didn't hear the ZTZ and he's right next to me. Because of all the dead bodies. So, yeah, we'll see where we're actually getting spawn camped here. If we are getting spawn camped. But it looks like there's just a straight line here to out of our spawn, so that doesn't exactly help the cause. But yeah, I don't know, maybe oh, okay, he's right here. Okay, that's fair enough. We'll just get his breach there. And yeah, now we'll just have to hope that he doesn't run away on time. But he does, and now there's a Roycat in our spawn somewhere, and the CTZ. So yeah, that's not too great. Still have to reload though. So yeah, it's not good. And oh, my shell. I don't know what happened to it, but I think I cannot reload him. Oh, there we go. We'll just get rid of him like that. And yeah, I don't really know what happened to the T-80. I'll just assume him to be gone now. And yeah, I'll just have to try and find the ZTZ here. Don't really know. His breach is back though, so that's not good. And, okay, well, he missed there, so that's a good start. So we'll just shoot his lower plate like that. And then, yeah, we'll just run away from this very open area here. I don't think I'll be playing much in this side of the map, just because it's maybe a bit too open for me. And I always like more city fighting myself. Alright, well, I guess we'll just delete a couple AIs here before we march into their spawn. But one thing that I have noticed about the T-80UD is that it's fairly mobile. I mean, it should be. It's got the 1000 horsepower engine. Probably just as mobile as an Abrams, I'd assume. And that thing's 10.3. The problem is, of course, the Abrams has thermals, but you don't really use thermals at this BR unless you want to like play night battles or something, because the most ground maps you see are all close range, so thermals don't really help you anyway. Which is why, yeah, I don't really know if this thing should stay. I hear somebody right here, but of course there is nobody. Probably just another bug. I will ignore it for now. But what was I saying again? Oh yeah, the Abrams is 10-3 and thermals aren't effective. And this thing has similar mobility, so maybe this thing could perhaps go to 10-3, but then it wouldn't really have that much of a lineup either. So we'll have to see. Alright, there is a Challenger 2 next to me that I just didn't notice, and I can't see him. There we go. We'll just get rid of him just like that. I mean, you know, this isn't really representative of what you'll see in the game, but, you know, the mobility is, the reload is, and the ammunition is probably as well. So, yeah, I mean, T-80UD seems quite a good tank. I'm not sure if it's going to be a pack vehicle or a GE vehicle. Hopefully, it's a GE vehicle. I should have shot that tank behind him, not that guy right there. But, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty hyped for it. And again, could be a bit unbalanced. But I guess that's part of the premium tank experiences, especially for Russia. I guess another feature they added for ground vehicles this update is the fact that now your reload kind of pauses when you start moving on the capture zone instead of it completely resetting. So that's nice. Just a good QOL change, I think. There's nothing really negative to say about this because, yeah, it's kind of annoying when your ammo kind of just, you know, stops loading whenever you move an inch. So now it just saves your progress instead of completely erasing it. Alright, there we go. I guess we've spawned now on the left side here just because... oh wait, sadly I didn't get that kill. But yeah, we're gonna go try and explore the mall right here, which is I guess a new feature of this map where you can kind of like run around it and maybe even do a bit of hide and seek if you're in something like an L3. What could be interesting is to see how big the zone actually is, because, well, depending on how big it is, you can actually hide those vehicles and kind of just defend the capture zone by kind of hiding. But yeah, we'll have to see how it is now. There seems to be a tank right over here to the front. He just shot somebody, although he's probably going to be reloaded by the time I push him here. And ooh, someone else shot me right now. This thing does actually have commander override, so that's really cool. What's not so cool is that so does that leopard. So yeah, we're probably going to die here, or not, I guess. So yeah, that's really nice that we get spared there. What's not so nice is that I have to kind of go in here and oh yeah, looks like I get killed by Begleitpanzer all the way down there, who didn't actually pen there, curiously enough, or maybe it did and didn't bother simulating the rest. Now, of course, with each major update, each major bug gets introduced, and I'm not going to show this for a very long time, but I think one of the buildings there in the middle is, there we go, having a bit of a hard time. Hopefully if I keep driving here, it'll maybe be fixed, and if I zoom out, it'll magically all be alright again. Not quite. So yeah, that's unfortunate. I'm probably gonna have to either exit this game or do something else because, yeah, no, this isn't, gameplay worthy. Oh, wait. Oh, that's bad. So you can't shoot through this wall, but you can... Okay. You can actually, you know, he doesn't feel like engaging me. Okay. You know what? Friend, I won't shoot him, or I won't repair. Which is interesting. I thought you'd be able to shoot through that wall, but I guess you have to drive through it first to actually make it destructible. I guess me and this STRV here have signed of, or he even made me sign a peace treaty. So, you know, I'm gonna respect it for now, because I do actually want to explore this little area here. Can I drive through this wall? No, I can't. So this here you can't drive through, you're gonna have to wait for me here. I think STRV, this wall you cannot drive through, so I'm just gonna go right around here, and I guess, yeah, now you kind of leave the area, which is, yeah, interesting. One thing I have noted about this map is that it's kind of like a Breslau merged with Eastern Europe, because you have these really long corridors and you also have these really big sniping areas, which yeah, I mean, it definitely makes it somewhat interesting. It also makes it kind of easy to spawn camp sometimes, question mark. So yeah, hopefully, well, I don't really want to see this map at high tiers. After having played here on the dev server, I think maybe it isn't exactly suited for that, but of course, you know, we probably will see it there. Overall, it does look very nice though. I think they did quite a good job at like detailing and stuff. They have even a couple nice looking cars right over here. I guess we have the VW Golf, I'm gonna assume, and some other car. Unfortunately, I'm not really a car guru, so I'm gonna say it looks Swedish, question mark. I could be wrong. Like one of those, not Skodas, but Saabs, maybe? I don't really know. I'm not a car guy. Maybe someone in the comments can let me know what car this one here, because this is probably a Polo or a Golf or something. This here, I don't know. So yeah, you're gonna have to let me know. Nice icons though. These are nice and modern. In English. But yeah, better than having none. Also have a little coffee terminal here. That's nice. Unfortunately, the bugs aren't so nice, but they'll iron that out before the update is released. Alright, so I guess the final quick summary on the T-80UD. I mean, this tank here, it's quite strong. You know, the armor is good, the turret traverse is a bit slow, but it's manageable, and so is the vertical. That's kind of what you're used to in Russian MBTs, and the mobility is solid, and of course, you have also really good optics. You zoom out really nicely, you zoom in really nicely. So overall, a very strong tank. Perhaps maybe a bit too strong for 10.0, because, you know, it's on a chassis that's at also at 11.0. If you go check out the Swedish tree right here, I believe the Swedish one's at 11.0. This thing also doesn't get any thermals, and it doesn't get, what is it? Yeah, 3BM46, and it only has the gas turbine engine. So does that warrant a whole 1.0 increase in battle rating? Not exactly. I'm going to quickly check actually if the reload is slower. It is not, so they're both 6.5 seconds. Could be interesting, because I don't think these changes here warrant exactly a 1.0 in BR change. Evidently, someone thought that they do. I mean, I'd be really stoked if it would stay at 10.0, because then I would have an insane lineup with something like the Terms 2S38 and the SCU25 and the Object 292 actually as well. So, you know, if they really want to strengthen that lineup, then it'll stay at 10.0. Doesn't need to? Probably not. I think 10.3 is probably a more suitable battle rating for this thing, and that it should probably move there when the update drops. Other than that, I think, yeah, the new map is also quite interesting. It's, yeah, very nice to look at. The cars on it are really nice. The little mall on it is also quite nice, but I feel like you can spawn camp really easily on it, question mark. You know, we'll see how it ends up on the live server, because dev matches here on the dev server aren't exactly representative of what happens on live. But yeah, we'll have to see. But anyway, let me know what other vehicles from the dev server you'd like to see, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!